Hello guys, Dazzleball here. Welcome to the second episode of my Nottingham Forest career mode on FIFA 15, where I try to lead Nottingham Forest back to their old glory days in the 70s. And this is the second episode, so this episode we are going to be making a lot of moves in the transfer window. But first I'm looking to hire a new scout, or I was, but then I realized that the prices were pretty insane considering our budget, so I ended up not doing that. But I did, however, find some targets, and the first one is Jordan Obita from Reading. He seems like a great left back with a lot of potential, and I was definitely looking to pick him up. Then we have Rani Khedira. You might know his big brother Sammy. But Rani is also a very talented central defensive midfielder, so I was looking to pick him up. And also another Reading player, Aaron Clough, I think maybe is how you pronounce it, I'm not too sure. But he is only 18 years old, but also has a lot of potential. And I was also looking at a right back, and here Gino Peruzzi seemed like a good choice. And I also scouted Martin Anka. So yeah, and now I'm just gonna correct some of the transfer listing mistakes I made last episode, because I'm not gonna be selling Jack Hobbs. I think it would be wrong to come into the club and sell the captain like your first season. So I removed him from the transfer list, and I also removed Eric Likai, I think, because he is actually a really solid right back, so if I don't manage to pick anyone else up, I will be playing with him as my starting right back. So that's all good, but here you can see my shortlist, all the newly added players. I don't think I'll be going for a goalkeeper, to be honest, because I have Carl Darlow and my budget is not that big. So, but if you have any suggestions, I'm definitely open to it in whatever position pretty much. So if you can recommend me some great players, then I'll take a look at them, that's for sure. But right now I'm just inquiring on a lot of players. I mean, my main, the main positions where I really need improvements are the left back and the CDM position. So I am really looking to pick up two players, one for each position, that can go directly into the team and start. And then I have some other positions that I would also like to improve slightly, which is I would like another winger, just so we have a 3-man rotation with wingers, and perhaps also another center back, because I would like a little one that is a little bit younger, that's gonna grow a lot together with Lachaux. But you see here all my inquiries. Kuhne was way too expensive for me, so I'm not gonna be going for him. Aaron Clough actually is affordable, so I am going to be putting a bid on him. Peruzzi is quite expensive, and the right back position is not really my primary target, so I probably won't be going for him. And Ruben Neves I couldn't get, so I decided that Aaron Clough looked like the best option. He's probably not gonna be too highly rated, just because he is only 18 years old. But I am sure that he's gonna have a lot of potential, so his growth should be pretty insane. And if I give him a lot of first team football, then I think he should be, maybe I can get him to like almost 70 next season, and then I'll have a very, very bright talent in my squad. And he is also very technical, and he has medium-high work rate, which I think is ideal for a central defensive midfielder. So I'm definitely pretty excited about him. But I also try and pick up Patrick Bangor Jensen here, the Dane, and I tried to do a direct swap with Kevin Wilson, which I think he's the one actually getting the highest wage in the whole team. And I thought, if I'm not really going to be starting him anyways, I mean, I do plan to start Michael Manchin and also Lachaux in the defense. So if I'm not really going to be starting Kevin Wilson, it doesn't really make sense to have him in the team when he takes up that much wage. So that was really my thinking process. So I try to do a direct swap to get even more budget really and a younger player. And here try and pick up Jordan Ubita. I try and offer our current left back, which is I think David Fox, and also £700,000. So hopefully they'll accept that. I think that would be a great deal for us. I don't think Fox is going to grow a lot more. I think he's 28 or something. So I think it makes a lot of sense to try and get a younger option at the left back who has more potential. But they do actually accept the swap for Bangor for Wilson. So I offer him a contract. I'm a little bit stingy, so I offered him less than he actually wanted. So we'll see how that goes. But he didn't actually accept that, so I ended up giving him exactly what he wanted, and also the role of a squad rotational player. So we'll see how that goes. Reading are still not really willing to let Ubita go. They're happy with getting David Fox, but they want, I think, 1.1 million on top of that player, and I was trying to not really go for that. So to save as much money as possible, I offered them only 1 million extra. We'll see whether they accept that or not. But we have actually made our first signing of the series. Patrick Bangor is going to be our first signing, and I'm very excited about having him in the team. I think he's an exciting prospect, and he's going to be our probably our third choice as center back. So when we rotate the team, he's definitely going to play. And we do also end up making another offer for Aaron Cool. They weren't really accepting the ones I already had offered, so I think we are giving like £500,000 for him, which is not too much still. But Middlesbrough want Dexter Blackstock, and it's not really a striker that I'm going to be playing anyways. I don't really have him in my plans, so I will let him go if they come with the right offer. And they did also accept my Ubita offer, Reading that is, which is great. So now I can offer him a contract. This is all going quite fast, but we're also looking to sign Hervias and Sisto. So we are going to maybe be putting in offers for those as well. And we'll see whether or not we get them. But they do accept our Aaron Cool offer here. So we are going to offer him a long contract as an actually important first team player. So he's going to have a big role, even though he is only 60 overall rated, which is not too impressive, but for an 18-year-old he has a lot of potential, a lot of room to grow. So I'm still somewhat confident in that trade. And then we try and snatch up Nick Powell. This is the first realistic signing that I'm looking to make. I think they have actually been linked with Nick Powell in real life, Nottingham Forest, but I don't know if it's like a permanent deal. It probably isn't. It's probably another loan deal because his last loan deal didn't go too well. I think he has some attitude problems in real life, which is of course unfortunate because I do feel like he's a pretty big talent. But here I have put in, I think, we have made some new signings. We have signed Aaron Cool here, they accepted, so now we have signed him and Bangor. And yeah, the team is looking pretty interesting at this point, I'd say. We have also added Ubita, of course, to the squad, which is great. So we've already made 3 signings, and we're still looking to make a lot more, which is very great for the team, and I'm quite confident in this current squad that we can do well in the championship, but it could be somewhat difficult. You just saw the calendar there. We have a couple of friendlies, and then we are going to be playing some, I think we have a cup game and 3 league games in this month, but we are still making a lot of moves here. We are trying to get Nick Powell as much as possible. I couldn't get him as cheap as I wanted at all, but I did offer them Andy Reid and some money, and hopefully they'll accept that. I was unfortunately not able to get Hervias, which was a shame. They wanted a little bit too much money. I didn't think he was that good. I did look him up, and he only has 2-star skill moves, which is a big minus, I'd say. Not that I'm a crazy big skiller, but I do like my players to have just decent skill moves. So I was looking for some other wingers, some other young wingers that potentially could contest for a spot in the first team, and I've sort of stumbled upon Bernardeschi, I think, from Fiorentina, the Italian young 20-year-old winger, which looks like an extremely exciting prospect. He is left-footed and plays on the right hand side, which I really like, so he can cut in, and he does have 4-star skills, which makes that a lot easier. So I'm definitely going to be looking to pick him up, but right now I'm just simming some friendlies here. You can see 3 of our big profiles this season, Lansbury, Balonga, and Michael Antonio picked up goals, and we won 3-0, which was great. And also they did accept our Nick Powell offer, I'm pretty sure, which is great. And here we are just offering some money for Bernardeschi. He is worth quite a lot. They wanted £5 million, so I thought, let me offer 2.3 million and then give them David Vaughan as well, and we'll see whether or not they accept that. But yeah, we did actually get Nick Powell, who prefers to play in the cam position, so I am changing up the formations to a 4-3-3 fourth variation, because obviously the players will grow a lot more if they play in their preferred position. So that was my reasoning behind that, and the team is looking really good right now. I think it's very young. It has, pretty much every player has a lot higher potential than their current rating, which is great. There's a lot of room for improvement, which is we're gonna need if we actually get promoted this season. And here there was another simulation game, which I think we drew 1-1. This is not too bad. I think Antonio picked up the goal, which was very nice to see. He looks to be in great form leading up to the start of the season. And so we are just trying to finish up these last couple of deals. They did accept the offer for Bernardeschi, which is awesome. So now we're just gonna offer him a contract, 4-year deal. He does want a pretty big wage, which was a little bit annoying, but I definitely think he's gonna be worth it. He's gonna be one of our star players if we do manage to sign him. And this is the last game that we're going to simulate. It's the last friendly, and it's not looking too good. It's looking like we're going to lose. We're 2-0 down to a Portuguese team, I think. Just a little bit disappointing, but Antonio again managed to get a goal, and he is on fire. 3 goals in 3 friendlies. Let's hope he can carry that over to the actual championship games when the season starts. That would be really nice. And right here, Middlesbrough are also looking to pick up Danny Collins. They have already bought Blackstock from us, but we want a little bit more money for Collins, so we'll see whether or not they accept that. And also Bernardeschi wanted an even bigger contract, which I was a little bit annoyed about. I didn't want a bigger contract, he wanted a bigger role, so I'm gonna give him crucial first team player, and he didn't even accept that because apparently he was feeling great where he was right now. He didn't want to, move to another country, but he could be persuaded. So he seems like a bit of a money whore, which is not too comforting, but hopefully we can still manage to sign him up, and because that would just be a great signing and a great winger. But yeah, we'll see about that in the next episode. But for now, this is gonna be it for this one. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you enjoyed the content in general, and if you want to not miss the next episode, then subscribe to the channel, and please share the video with your friends if possible. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Have a great day, and peace.